you thought beaches in Rio de Janeiro were just Copacabana and Ipanema, wow, you're in for a pleasant surprise. Here are the 11 best beaches in the city of Rio. As usual, we're starting in Leme, Copacabana. This is, after all, where many great stories begin.
Welcome once more to beautiful Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro. I hope you're ready for the best beaches this amazing city has to offer, because this video is gonna be awesome.
Not kidding, I'm proud of this guide.
Why do you like Copacabana?
I like the beach and água de coco. Pé na areia, a caipirinha, água de coco, a cervejinha.
Don't worry, we're not staying in Copa.
There are so many other beaches to explore. Hold on.
This guide is gonna make you regret you only booked Rio for a week. So, truth is, Rio's simply packed with awesome beaches, and none of them are more than an hour away. The majority is hiding just west of Copa and Ipa, especially in the area around the posh neighborhood Barra da Tijuca. One of the first beaches you'll run into going west is stunning Praia do Joatinga, small but savory.
Praia da Joatinga.
This is a beach where you gotta keep an eye on your watch and the tide. When tide is high, the beach disappears.
Yes, let's just stop one more time.
Well, you can't blame anyone for wanting to catch that view on camera. Another thing, if you want to enjoy the beach with some privacy, arrive on a weekday. At weekends, this is one of the favorite spots for Rio's young and beautiful crowd. This place is voted the best beach to hang out with friends. And yeah, as long as the sun is shining, it's kind of hard not to enjoy this one. The water is also relatively quiet here.
Are you having fun?
Yes, I'm very happy today. It's a beautiful day. And I have
Ooh, the
gin
beach.
tonic.
And yeah. So definitely quite a few more people than last time I was here. Still an awesome place though.
One thing to remember, there's not really any snack bar around here.
Always bring your alcohol here. Honestly, I'm not much of a swimmer around here. I rather swim in caipirinha. But with a beach like this, you just can't say no.
Not sure if it's because of the shallow water, but it even feels a little warmer here than Ipanema.
Let's swim in Rio de Janeiro.
Note, this is not really a beach you stay to await the sunset. Because of the tide, there might not be any beach left in the afternoon. And that's when you leave for the next beach. This is a place you can't miss.
So what time is it anyway? Whoopsie, it's Wednesday, I gotta go.
Yeah, run. Someone is waiting for us.
I almost forgot. I've got language classes on Wednesdays.
It's time we introduce today's sponsor, language trainer Italki.
Oi, amigo. I'm struggling to learn Portuguese here in Brazil. And what could be better when you need that extra help than an actual teacher? Italki gives you just that. It's an awesome language tool for real one-on-one lessons with native-speaking, high-quality teachers. Anytime, anywhere in the world, you're just a few clicks away from a private lesson in more than 150 different languages. To have a real person answering all my stupid questions has been a huge help. And how do you say I can't go to the beach tomorrow? I have to work.
Não posso ir à praia amanhã porque tenho de trabalhar.
Eu não posso ir à praia amanhã porque tenho que trabalhar. Even better, you only pay per lesson. No subscription, no commitment. And the lessons are only priced from $5 and up. And there's an app for cell phones as well. Click the link in the description to start your language learning journey. Using my promo code, you can also get a sweet discount. Hasta luego, amigos. The beach is waiting.
Yeah, and the best is yet to come. We continue our journey west towards Barra da Tijuca. Just 5-10 minutes away from Praia de Joatinga, you'll find the next sandy treasure. A huge pristine city beach, almost unknown to the typical foreign tourist. This is my first time here.
Alright, we have now arrived to... Where have we arrived?
We arrived at São Gonçalo Beach, right?
Almost.
Yeah.
Praia de São Conrado.
It should be illegal to have this kind of beach right next door and not visit it.
What do you think of this? Oh my god, look at this view, man. And there is nobody. We're alone in paradise. And I need to point out, this is only 20 minutes outside of Ipanema. And no one is here. What are you filming now?
I'm filming the paragliding guys. Look at them, how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When my German brother Emil gets this excited over something, you know it's good.
Thank you for taking me to this paradise beach, my bro.
I had to drag him out of bed to get here.
It needs to be mentioned, we're here on a weekday. But after driving past this beach a dozen of times, I can tell you it doesn't exactly get crowded on weekends either. That means more caipirinha for us. You won't find many beach bars and restaurants here, and there are barely any vendors. Maybe pack a little snack just in case.
Oi, desculpe. Qual é a praia melhor do Rio?
Eu acho que é Ipanema, porque é o que tem mais gente, tem mais comida.
Mas agora estamos no Praia...
São Conrado,
Por que você está aqui agora?
porque eu moro aqui perto.
Qual é a melhor praia do Rio?
Leme. Galera do meu tipo, uma galera mais descolada, mais legal.
Por que você está aqui agora?
Porque a gente queria ir num lugar diferente que a gente sempre vai.
Yeah, that's the exact same reason we came as well. Water quality here is excellent, but this is a surfer's beach for a reason. Leave those fancy sunglasses on dry land, or cool down with another caipirinha instead.
Okay, so what is going on here?
I can't return back to Germany white.
You will return home to Germany in a casket. I will most definitely regret this.
Saved by the bell, the sun sets as early as 4 p.m. over here. In an instant, the entire beach is in shadow. Perfect time to head home for a nap.
Bro, it was beautiful here. Very nice beach.
Very nice indeed.
After another 10-minute taxi ride, we arrive at Barra da Tijuca and its never-ending beach. As I've told you a million times, Barra is a place you need to visit.
Barra da Tijuca, Praia do Pepe.
Pede beach, sou caipirinha.
Bebida de Deus.
Caipirinha.
Caipirinha.
Caipirinha is the best drink in the world.
How does that make you feel?
It's so refreshing.
It is.
I've already made a Barra da Tijuca guide for you, so we'll keep this visit short. Praia da Barra is kind of a calmer, cleaner version of Ipanema, and about 7 times as long. Honestly, this beach is so huge you need several days to explore the different parts. And better yet, between Posto 1 and 2 you'll find a major bar street to rehydrate before watching the glorious sunset. Don't worry, you won't need to book a seat. There will be plenty of space to enjoy the show. No doubt, one of the best beaches in Rio. The next beach starts right where Praia da Barra ends. And if you don't want to spend the whole day walking, take an Uber here.
Praia do Recreio. Down here.
If the gods of traffic are on your side, you're now about 30 minutes away from Ipanema. But they are usually not. Rio is not the kind of city where you can plan day trips by the minute.
If I had to describe this beach, I would say it's kind of a mix between... Obrigado! It's kind of a mix between Copa, Ipa and Barra da Tijuca. It's for everyone.
Yes, Praia do Recreio has a little less of that posh touch you get in parts of Barra or Ipanema, and it's just as pretty.
So we have to take into account the weather is not treating this beach kindly right now. I know for sure this is an absolutely beautiful place.
Keep walking the beach towards Barra da Tijuca and you will soon find yourself pretty much alone. Don't come to this end looking for beach parties, cause you will most definitely not find any. Who's that guy?
You recognize me, huh?
Hey mate, how are you?
How are you?
Lekker.
We're like two people on the beach, and of course the other one is a follower.
In any other city, this awesome beach would be the obvious number one, but competition in Rio is tough. And it's about to get even tougher. Add another 10 minutes to your taxi ride west and you'll reach this true marvel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to one of the most prestigious beaches in the whole of Rio de Janeiro, Prainha.
And of course, the sun had to disappear the second I turned my camera on. Anyways, the name Prainha becomes pretty obvious once you get here. It basically means little beach and serves as a delicious change from the huge surrounding beaches. It's nice to be able to actually see where the sand begins and ends.
O que você gosta nesse lugar?
Eu adoro a natureza, então eu tô no meu habitat natural. E eu tô comemorando meu aniversário.
Hoje?
Sim!
Oh, parabéns!
É a mesma coisa que ela, é natureza, praia, o mar me dá uma sensação assim de paz, de alegria, é isso, é maravilhoso.
Qual praia você prefere?
A Barra.
Eu também, Barra da Tijuca.
Barra da
Ipanema
Tijuca.
e Leme.
Ipanema e Leme. Arpoador também.
It's just ridiculous how many great beaches you have to choose between here in Rio. Once again, we're arriving on a weekday. This one gets kind of busy during weekends. And for good reason. It simply has it all, including great waves for all you surfers.
But there's one thing we gotta do before anything else. You can guess what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Uma caipirinha, por favor. Só pouco açúcar. Muita cachaça. Muita cachaça. Opa!
That's a postcard photo right there.
Now we just need that sun to return.
Sun or not, the beauty of this place is undeniable. And the water is still just as good. Let's bother some beach people.
Amigo, qual é a praia meio do Rio?
Essa daqui, Prainha.
Prainha. Pra você?
Grumari.
Grumari? As duas praias mais boas estão aqui perto do lado.
Yes, it seems we are just at the right place. And the Grumari beach she was talking about, that's where we're headed next. And it's literally around the corner. I know, I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, but yeah, we got ourselves yet another enormous, totally magnificent beach. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Of the lesser known beaches in Rio, this one is my own personal favorite. You'll just have to imagine all this with a glossy sun filter on. It really feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere. This might as well be Southeast Asia or an untouched island east of Africa.
What an amazing beach! 40 minutes outside of Rio, you're totally alone with this.
In fact, you don't have to stay here alone. The far end of the beach has a busier spot with sun chairs and snack bar. But I mean, what's the point coming all the way to the edge of the world if you're not gonna enjoy the elbow room? This one is another surfer's favorite, but just a heads up, the undertow can be strong here, so don't let your kids out of sight in the water. The other end of Grumari Beach is a little more family-friendly, with some more people around and much calmer water. And that's the next beach. I was so close giving this one 5 gringos. I mean, just look at it.
And just right next to this beach, we have another beach which is a little special. Why? Because on weekends, it is a nude beach.
cover your eyes, there's gonna be naked people everywhere from now on. Just kidding. We're here on a Tuesday, and as far as I can tell, most people seem to be covering their privates. Although I'm pretty sure this is one of the few places where you're allowed to go topless any day of the week. Praia do Abricó is voted one of the best nudist beaches in Brazil. And clothes or not, it is a delightful place. Gorgeous, clean, and the kind of water made for long baths.
Nice and warm, and very calm water.
And better yet, above the beach lies a very decent diner. Maybe a little weird building a viewpoint over a nude beach, but who am I to judge? So you can obviously walk between Praia do Grumari and Abricó, but fact is you can also get to that awesome Prainha without calling an Uber. Fairly easy.
It's actually a very nice and peaceful walk, even though you're walking right next to the road.
Well, you don't have to go barefoot, that's just stupid. Anyways, there it is. The whole walk here takes about 20 minutes. And you will be passing this amazing fish and seafood restaurant on the way. Pretty decent view.
Well, this is a restaurant I'd definitely visit myself, if I liked seafood or fish.
And that's all from the beaches in the west. Now on to a local favorite, a mere kilometer north of Leme, right next to the Sugarloaf Mountain. Praia Vermelha, Red Beach, is named after the reddish-yellow sand and might not be the best one for swimming. But apart from the not totally clean water, this beach is nothing short of stunning, especially on a sunny day.
It has a certain charm staying just under the Sugarloaf Mountains, with the lifts taking the tourists up there for the beautiful view.
Considering how easy it is getting here, this beach is totally worth a visit. And the sunset in these parts gets real pretty. I mean, you're probably going to the Sugarloaf Mountain anyways, right? And this might be the main selling point. Praia Vermelha has an outstanding, not crazy expensive lunch restaurant overlooking all that beauty. That's your Instagram update right there. Bon appetit! Alright, time for another very nice beach right in the middle of Rio.
Just a few kilometers next to Ipanema, you will find Praia do Vidigal, just below one of the most famous favelas in Rio de Janeiro.
I'm actually kind of excited about this one. Correction, I was excited.
2 kilometers.
The driver was afraid we'd get robbed once we arrived, so he didn't want to go all the way there. So we got dropped off here, 2 kilometers west of Praia do Vidigal. A thing he perhaps could have thought of before actually accepting the ride. I'd say the risk of actually getting robbed visiting Vidigal Beach is close to 0.
No time to cry. You still always got Praia Ipanema.
So in fact, the smartest thing you could do is actually just get to the far end of Ipanema Beach, Leblon, and just walk the rest of the distance by foot. At least you know you'll get there. But frankly, I'm just too pissed off to do that right now after spending a whole hour in that Uber. Você está com raiva?
No!
Typically Carioca, always smiling, never angry. And we'll just have to enjoy Praia do Vidigal from the air. There it is, just next to the Leblon side of Ipanema Beach. I'm pretty sure you can just walk over there. Back to Ipanema.
Yes, we deserve this one. Cheers. Vamos para Praia do Vidigal? No.
Ipanema has already been featured in a bunch of my videos, so I'm not sure what more I can add. It's simply the more local, little more pretty and posh alternative to Copacabana. Perfect for those lazy weekends when the beach fills up.
A melhor praia do Rio? Ipanema e Copacabana. Porque são as mais frequentadas, onde tem mais pessoas. São as melhores.
Só porque você está em Ipanema agora, não?
Sim.
So, Ipanema or Copacabana, which one is the best? That's one of the most frequent questions I get, and I don't have nearly enough time to answer. You'll just have to watch my video about it.
I mean, Ipanema is a pretty good beach as well.
I can say this much, it's hard to find a more beautiful beach in any other city in the world, especially when the sun is setting.
You just don't get a better end of your beach day than this.
As I keep repeating, hang tight until dusk and make your way to Arpoador in the eastern end of the beach. Although we kind of arrived a little too late for the show this time.
I love Rio.
I love Rio too.
Keep your swimwear on. The headlights make it safe to swim here for another hour. And that's basically it. Hold on, haven't we forgotten at least two major beaches? Yes, these two. But unfortunately, both Botafogo and Flamengo have become too polluted for me to recommend a swim. And due to people neglecting them, it might also be dangerous for gringos to stay here alone. Sad, but kind of true.
Alright my friends, those were my favorite beaches in Rio. There are plenty more beaches. And that's just in Rio. Imagine all the beaches waiting for you all over Brazil. What are you waiting for? Pack your bag. There is so much to see.
Now you know why Rio might be the best beach city in the world. But we're not done with the praias yet. Soon, the Rio Gringo Beach Games. Let's see this guy get humiliated. And if you want the channel to stay alive, show your support. Thanks for watching and be safe.